Everybody. As I'm chewing on the Twizzlers. Always good Twizzlers. I even forgot what kind they were. Orange dream called cream top filled twisties. Yeah, it was good. But different subject. I forgot about some of the point guards that are available for for the off season, because Damian Lillard is gonna be out for most of the season. As it was mentioned, Dennis Schroeder, of course, he's gonna be a free agent. Bruce Brown's gonna be a free agent, and Tyrese Jones will be a free agent. So I saw that Barrett had put this up, and it was just like, oh, I'm just going to listen to his opinion about it, and I'm going to, talk about my own. And I did mention, Chris Paul on videos that was either last week or the week. Yeah, it was sometime last week that maybe Bucks can get Chris Paul for a year, then that's it will be his retirement tour and go from there. I don't know, just what I just think, but let's just gonna see his reaction to this, and then I'm gonna say mine. So let me just make it bigger and go from there.
All right, so a new report has come out about potential free agent options for the Bucks in the upcoming season, and we're talking about the point guard position with Damian Lillard going to be out probably the entirety of next season, at least in the regular season. And so the options that they're talking about here are, obviously you have Scary Gary at the two that you could bring back, KPJ to bring back, Better Call Rawls. But guys out there in free agency, Denny Schroeds, Bruce Brown, and Tyus Jones. And so for the Bucks, I think their priority should probably be bringing the guys back, especially if you don't have any big move to make. Then I think, yeah, bring those guys back. But if I'm running the show this offseason, man, I mean, bringing Ryan Rollins back, very important. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the highest on him, but, I'd rather a young guy that seems capable of being a role player than an old guy that's a solid role player. But if I could get, let's say, Tyus Jones at a cheaper price than Kevin Porter Jr., if we get Sabonis in here, especially if we could get him on a minimum, it would be perfect.
Down to Sabonis. If y'all seen, I did talk. I watched it or I talked about it on the last video. I'm not sure, but he has an idea that that the Bucks should go for Donis Sabonis. Okay. Although he pointed out the pros and cons for bringing them in, and it was like it was more the cons that was in there than the pros. So it was like, why would you want to bring the Giants bonus? He'll be help out, with the rebounding and scoring, but you need to have defense as well. So you gotta focus on that. And it was at one point they was thinking, us. No. It was not just a sign and trade for Brook and Kuminga, but I think it was him and the biggest bonus as well. So it was just crazy. So if you pay attention to his videos, he's gonna talk about Sabonis for a while until if he ever gets moved or A or B, Sabonis is staying at with Sacramento.
Fixed, but Tyus Jones, I would love to see him in a Milwaukee jersey, man. Tyus Jones, Ryan Rollins, AJ Green, Giannis, and Sabonis. Oh, I'm salivating. I am drooling. The defense might be a little, but Giannis defensively, and Ryan Rollins. You could get Jericho Sims off the bench. I think the defense will always be at least above average with Giannis and a couple other defensive pieces. And Tyus Jones, he has the best assist-to-turnover ratio of all time. Pretty much for the last 5 years, I've been calling him the most underrated player in basketball. That went away for a year because I think he was starting to get his credit. But now I think he's back to it because he went to the Suns, which was just a mess. And they just didn't really necessarily, I guess, need another guard. I mean,
Yeah, the Suns did need a point guard. They need a dominant point guard. Like Bradley Beal was not, he's just good at the two. He's not a good, facilitator or anything like that. And then you see ones, the Suns struggles, and they found out not this past season, but the season before that, they need a true point guard.
I thought that they did going into next year. I thought he would have been a big difference maker. So maybe I'm wrong about Tyus Jones, but the way
As
I see it
always.
is that wasn't on him. There's a reason the Grizzlies were better without Ja Morant up until a couple years ago. They had a better record when he was out, and the reason is Tyus Stinkin' Jones. Best assist turnover ratio of all time, and that's just to me the stat that is by far the most underrated. Like you never, even when people talk about point guards, you never hear them bring up assist to turnover ratio, which is just wild to me. It's just such to me, it's such an impactful stat. I mean, just look at Tyrese Halliburton. He might be rivaling Tyus Jones' assist to turnover ratio, but like look at how much winning that could produce, and that's why to me Halliburton's been underrated all season because people will scream from the rooftops, "How many points do you score?" But like for a point guard, how about we talk a little bit about assist to turnover ratio, which is why it was crazy to me that Trae Young was an All-Star over Halliburton. So I say all that to say, like this could be an amazing.
I can understand that Barrett is more about the stats, but not looking at the actual play. Have you looked at how much they were scoring, like points per game or like assists per game and stuff like that? I know you said assist to turnover ratio, but still, they need more than just like that. Like they need, of course, scoring. They need rebounding. They need a pass first point guard, and also need a guard that can defend. Is that Tyrus Jones? I don't know. I guess I'm like more high on like Dennis Schroeder if the Bucks had a chance than anything, but no, that's just me.
Offense. If you have Tyus Jones ahead of the snake, Saboner, Giannis, AJ Green, like I think that
Why he calls a bonus? It's just stupid. Well, I know y'all probably be questioning it too, like
is how you
Saboner.
could overcome a Doc Rivers offense. If you just get guys that are really, you could really center an offense around that could really run the show. Tyus Jones, he's a guy that gives the ball up early, and he'll just give the ball to Giannis and let him work. Give the ball to Saboner, but he's also a great catch-and-shoot three-point guy, and a guy that when Dame comes back, he could just let Dame ease into it. He could still be giving you 20 minutes, and Dame could just ease back into the rotation while he's doing that. So I think that Tyus Jones would be a great guy to go and pursue. The other two I'd be fine with. Bruce Brown, he just had a big contract, so if you could get him on a minimum now, that would be smooth. That would be solid. He has not been very good since he signed that big deal. But maybe he'd have a little bit more to play for if he gets on a better team and on an earn it contract. Dennis Schroeder has been bouncing around place to place. Very talented point guard, but a guy that I do feel like in the playoffs, him being undersized and not necessarily great at one thing, it's like he's okay to have on a minimum deal, but I don't trust his decision making a ton. I don't super trust his shooting. I don't super trust his defense. So for me, Tyus Jones is definitely.
Dennis Schroeder is a better scorer than, well, I wouldn't say Bruce Brown, but Dennis Schroeder is the better scorer than Tyrus Jones. Like, like Dennis Schroeder could be, if he's on the right team and do what he does, it's a big possibility. He'd probably be a better scorer than Tyrus Jones. Well, that's just how I feel.
Definitely the guy out of this. But overall, I would like to bring those guys back and just give me some bonus, man. John Horst, that is the best player that you could get. Go get some bonus, and I think you could get some stuff turned around here in Milwaukee quick, fast, but also in a hurry. Let me know what you all think.
I'm not for, getting the Venus bonus, but I'm not against it either. So right now it's just a question mark for me, and I don't know. We'll wait and see. But the thing is, how will they be able to get diabetes Sabonis? He's got to be traded. So what pieces do we have to trade him? We really don't. So it's a very slim chance of the Bucks getting, diabetes Sabonis. So they better off just getting like either a point guard from the draft or a center from the draft. And I said, they should always get a center last year, but probably the closest thing they had was um Tyler Smith. So he's kind of, the closest thing, but he's like a small forward, power forward. Like he can play, either the forward positions. But like I said, with Sabonis, it's like a wait and see, and like I said, I don't even think we got any trade pieces for that. And I don't think because people will be like, okay, what about the 2031 first round pick? No, no, we're not getting rid of no 2031 first round picks. No, that's that shouldn't be on the table, and that's not happening. So I don't know, but let me know what y'all opinion about this because I'm pretty kind of iffy on this one. So sorry guys, probably won't be able to talk much because my tooth's open. So I'm gonna try to do one more video, and that'll be it for me for the day. So please like, please subscribe. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We'll probably will do like a giveaway, something like that. We get to 1,000. So there's a lot of plans we got going on with WFSO in 2026. So also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Thanks to our sponsors, Mike and Robin Thompson and Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. So check Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on Facebook with merchandise and stuff like that. So get a chance to check it out. It is as my dog just go past me. Well, not my dog, but my stepson's dog. But anyways, let me end it here, and also check out maddiesmary.org. We're a proud sponsor of them. So
Are you really?
so please check out their website and man up, woman up, face up. Until the next video, you guys have a good one.